If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please consider hitting the like button. It really does help the video out, even if I don't deserve it because I'm terrible at video games. And if you want to follow me on Twitter for absolutely no reason, the link for that is down below. And if you do need any coins, head over to u7buystore.com. Use the code TVM at checkout for a discount. The link is in the description. What is going on, guys? Here, welcome back to a brand new episode of the FM Brentford Save. Hopefully these will be a little bit more consistent going forward, but because it's Christmas time of year and everything, very busy stuff going on. We are Brentford. We are about to go in to the first leg against Hoffenheim in the Europa League. I'm pretty sure I called it the Euros last episode. I know what the Euros are. I know this is not what these what that is. So, run of form. I haven't played this for quite a few days actually, so I need to catch myself up. We didn't lose in the month of February, which I thought was quite good, now that I remember. We picked up a point against Arsenal, who are doing well in the league. Man United also doing well in the league. Picked up a point against them. Beat Burnley 3-1, beat Everton 1-0, beat Leeds 2-1, which is a big result. I really do not know what happened against Watford. I honestly couldn't tell you whether we had an injury or a suspension, or whether I had an eye on... I don't think I had an eye on Hoffenheim because it was like 5 days ago. I really could not tell you what happened against Watford. No idea. But the team that is going to play Hoffenheim in the first leg, we are away from home. I would like to go in there and just be solid and not lose, really. That's essentially what we want to do. So I've gone in there with the thought of... Where is Barisic needs to come in. So the thought of just not shutting up shop necessarily, but just keeping it compact in the midfield, overloading with bodies, do what we normally do, be a bit cautious. We're still going to go with the front two. We've got Mbabu on the right, Barisic on the left. Declan Rice is going to fill in this hole here. Really good at being in this area. Jorginho in front of him. Kondogbia is a little bit more defensive than Donny van de Beek, so he will play. And then Osifo, Godfrey and Nianzou is my normal back three. They are fully fit. As you can see, everyone is fully fit and happy to be there. The bench has Talis Magno there, just in case we do need to go. I say do need to go. I can't envisage a situation, unless we go maybe 3-0 down. If we go 2-0 down, I may want to change it, but to be honest, I'm not sure. If we go 3-0 down, then I will just throw everything forward and we'll go for it. So Talis Magno on the bench for that reason. Bastoni, Rafinha, Kalulu, Onuachu, Van de Beek, and of course Maitland-Niles. Let's get into the game. Everton pretty much out against Lyon. They've got Andrea Belotti. Stuttgart look like they're going to go through against Besiktas. Villarreal, Atletico Madrid is the biggest one because that is going to probably result in the best opponent being left. If I could handpick, I probably would go with Villarreal, although they do have Divock Origi and he scores some big goals. I won't be afraid of anyone apart from the winner of the Atletico game. That's the only time I'm going to be like, well, don't really want to be drawn against them. Anyone else, I'm not that bothered, honestly. I think we're good enough if we play well enough on the day, but that remains to be seen. Let's get into this game and hopefully get a result here. They have Kramaric still there, of course, Robert Skov, Seawald, our former player in Seawald. I'm not looking forward to coming up against him. He is a very, very good player. Chris Richards at the back. They have Baumann in goal. The bench doesn't have anyone too familiar. Dabor is the only player there that I really recognise. Let's get into it then. Away goals, I'm pretty sure don't count anymore. Maybe. I don't think they do. It wasn't just a Champions League thing, was it? Because I know they got rid of them, but I'm not sure. We're about to find out though, because I'm sure it will be quite a tight affair. They've gone down this right hand side. Seawald plays it across, and Livakovic, who by the way has been an absolute revelation. I think he saved us quite a few points, whereas Raya, who we sold in the summer, just wouldn't have done it. Raya would have conceded them, made a few more mistakes than Livakovic has done. Now, touch wood, I haven't just jinxed what good work he's done this season. It's going to result in him making mistakes in this game, but very happy with the purchase of him. And Babu round the outside doesn't do that very often. He's in on goal and he misses. But to be fair, he is a fullback or a wing back, so I wasn't expecting him to score. Very good position though, and you could argue that that's a big chance wasted. If we can go back home with a 1-0 win, I will be unbelievably happy. I mean, to be fair, we can go back home without conceding a goal. That would be top notch. Ball in for Osifo over the bar. Not really his forte of scoring goals from corners. I don't think he's got that many. I think he's maybe scored like 1 or 2. He hasn't done tremendously well from corners. So, not going to hold that against him. They've not had a shot yet, first 20 minutes. Again, I'm going to be a little bit superstitious and say touch wood, because you know what's about to happen. They're about to go up the other end and score. But we've been doing all right in recent times, to be fair, with this formation, switching between this and having the DM to having the central attacking midfield player. What are they doing? They are boring me. Ball play down to the line here. Firmino has it. Can he put a good ball into the area? Adeyemi not known for his heading prowess. Kondogbia not known for scoring goals. But he has done. We've made it 1-0. We have, I would say, an away goal. Obviously, I don't think they count, but we do have a goal away from home. And that is big, because we are pretty good at home. So if we can go back with a win, I will have every confidence. He was just left completely unmarked. And that is a tap-in by anyone's standards. I don't think Kondogbia scored at all for us this season. I mean, he's only really played like, I don't know, 6 games or so, but maybe even less. But very, very happy with the way that that's gone. We are doing really well. I'm not really seeing much in the way of a Hoffenheim attack. They knocked out Inter, of course. And I've said it, and he's through. And in goes Barco. What a challenge that is. Well, well, well. Our back three, magnificent. Honestly, love it. That was the first attack that they've had. Barisic, ball in. Cleared. Jorginho on the edge. Osifo. Please don't shoot. He doesn't. I was going to say lays it off. He plays it out wide to Mbabu, who looks to play it in, and does, to Firmino. If that had gone in, I would have been unbelievably confident of taking this back home. But as I was saying, Hoffenheim knocked out Inter, which is, of course, no mean feat. And Inter were pretty good when we played them. We did beat them across both games, but you would really expect for this Hoffenheim side to step up at some point, because if they can beat Inter and knock them out, they must have quality. Cleared off the line. Whew. Cleared off the line there. We were lucky. I won't lie to you. We got a little bit lucky there. Whether now I just decide, you know what, let's just leave it as it is. Do I shut up shop? Do we bring on another attacker? This is a rather precarious situation to be in. We're 1-0 up, but we do have another game to play. Firmino through the middle. This could make my decision a lot easier. What are you doing? What have you done there? Aye. I really, really, really could not tell you what he's done there. Why doesn't he just try and take it round him or slap it straight down? I don't know. I don't know what he's done. Fatigue-wise, I mean, do I bring on Onuachu? Set pieces is what I'm thinking. If we bring on Onuachu, have Nino where... I mean, they are. That's how they did last season. That's how they played. They did well as well. Maybe we bring on... Maybe we leave it like that. We'll just bring on Onuachu, some fresh legs up front, and something to aim at from set pieces. That's my thought process. Baumgartling has gone off. That ball's come on. We've got 10 minutes left. Oh, we have a highlight. Right, hang on. Before I make my change, I always do this. I always got to make a change, and then we have a highlight. So let's just leave it as it is and see how they score a goal. Nope, it goes past the post. That's exactly what I want to see. I think we might just see this out, you know. I don't really see a reason to go for it. Let me bring on Donny van de Beek for Jorginho. We'll move those two around. Kondogbia is a little bit more defence-minded. Hello, can I not see that, please? Nino needs to come off. Let me bring on Rafinha. Why not? Let's give Rafinha a little run out. I tell you what, for the amount of money that he cost, we just do not play him anywhere near as much as I thought we would. It's a little bit frustrating. Like, I know a lot of people are probably thinking, well, he's a wide player. You don't play with wide players. We do sometimes, but yeah, he doesn't really get the look in that I think he probably deserves. We've come away with a 1-0 win there, which I'm very, very happy with. Like I said, I don't think away goals count, so that isn't going to be that relevant. But, wow. Leeds have beaten Lazio 4-1 away from home. Now, we can beat Leeds. I know we can beat Leeds because we've done it literally a week ago. So if we go through against Hoffenheim, I would imagine Leeds go through. That would not be a terrible matchup. Bilbao are struggling against Club Brugge. Sevilla are struggling against Spartak Moscow. And I'm not too worried about Stuttgart or Besiktas. We've got a real chance of winning the Europa League here. If, and only if, we can get past Hoffenheim. But that is a pretty good result there. I'm happy. Now, going into the Premier League, we have to play Aston Villa. I'm not going to show you that. I'll show you the result. And if there's any decent goals in there, I might bring them up and show the highlights of them. But we're going to resume play against Hoffenheim in a week's time. I'm lying. We're about to find out if we beat Hoffenheim in the second leg, or at least if we progress, who we'll face. So, anyone is eligible to be drawn against anyone. Doesn't matter if they're home nation or you're in the group with them, etc. It's all a free-for-all. Like I said, I would love Leeds. Well, not love. I would not be against Leeds. I would not be against... To be fair, I just do not want to get drawn against Villarreal or Atletico. Don't care who else I get. We just don't need them. That's something to worry about another time. That would do. Or not. Kind of happy, I suppose, to avoid Lyon. Oh dear. Oh, thank God for that. So Monaco against someone, and then we will have the home draw against either Besiktas or Stuttgart, who are literally just rubbished about a minute ago and said, I'm not bothered about those. Stuttgart will go through and absolutely slap us, no doubt. But that would be the second German club if we can overcome Hoffenheim. But that is good to know that we're not going to play against... I've literally just watched it. It is good to know that we won't have to play either Villarreal or Atletico. So unfortunately, we could not make possession count against Aston Villa. It finished 1-1. Went a little bit more attacking. Fair enough. Did rest quite a few players. Kondogbia dropped out. Jorginho dropped out. Both wing backs came out. One of the centre backs came out. Kalulu played. I think that was it. I played Nino and Adiemi because at the end of the day, league position-wise at the moment, before we head into the second leg, league table-wise, we are doing very well. We are 1 point clear of Arsenal, but we are 3 points clear of Chelsea with 8 games left to go in the Premier League, one of which is against bottom of the league Stoke, which we will do, or which I will do off camera, as it's the game after Hoffenheim. But if we look at the schedule very quickly, you'll see that we play Chelsea, we play Man City, we play Tottenham, we play Liverpool. We have quite a difficult run there, but we do play Reading, which second bottom second bottom. Stoke, bottom. Burnley, I don't think they're doing particularly well either. They're in 16th. Newcastle, they're in 17th. So we don't have any middle ground. We have either the top teams or the teams that are really struggling. So we need to take points off those who are doing well. We don't necessarily need to beat them, but we need to get a point here or there. The team that I'm going to use to play Hoffenheim in the second leg is almost identical to the team that beat them in the first leg. The only difference is Rafinha will play up top instead of Firmino, who is a little bit fatigued after that game against Aston Villa. We're going to go straight into it. We're not going to mess around. I'm barely going to look at their team either, because at the end of the day, they're going to play a very similar system. They have almost exactly the same side. Seawald's still in there. Walt Schmidt is on the bench now. Didn't see him last time, but apart from that, it is or looks very similar to the team that played in the first leg. I've not gone cautious, actually. I've got this on balanced, and the reason for that is because I completely forgot to change it. Now we're gonna stay on balanced, and we're gonna just leave it to see how we get on. We are home. I have a lot more confidence at home than I do away. Yes, we're on defensive, or we've got that defensive sort of formation out with our defensive players, but I just feel like we'll be far better placed to control the game, and with our fans on our side and such. I didn't once shout to my players in the first leg, actually, which is interesting, because I always use the shouts and encourage my players and praise them and fire them up, etc. But we're on the back foot here. They've had more chances in this game than they did in the entire first leg. If we concede, I mean, it's not ideal, but it's not the end of the world. I am going to switch it to cautious. Just gave it all that, and I don't like it. We're not doing very well. I'm not a big fan of it. We just need to be a little bit more aware. Good save from Livakovic. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Squeaky bum time. I really want to win this competition. We won the conference, and now I would like to win the Europa League. Next year then, if we win the Europa League, we'll definitely be in the Champions League, even if we don't finish fourth. It would be really good to have that stepping stone progression and to have that silverware under my belt as well. To be able to say, hey, we've won the conference, we've won the Europa League. Then the only two things realistically that are left are the league and the Champions League. Now, of course, they are the hardest things in football to win. But if we disregard the FA Cup and the League Cup, that's all I really want out of this save, is to be able to say, hey, we've just won every major trophy that is available to us. Every European trophy. As Adeyemi goes through on goal, the defender completely fluffs it, and Adeyemi equally does so as well. That is very disappointing, to say the least. So is it time to bring on Onuachu? Could be. Could be. Firmino there, but no, we're going to bring on Onuachu. We're going to take off Adeyemi. We'll switch around those two because Onuachu is going to do less running and he's not particularly very quick. Thinking maybe Kondogbia is doing well, you know. Declan Rice not so much, but I don't have any real dedicated CDM to be able to bring on here. So do we leave it as is? We do for another 5 minutes or so. We'll see how it progresses. I say 5 minutes, and it's over. It's not. We've played 4. We're going to play it out from the back. No silly mistakes, please. Livakovic out to Barisic, who keeps it into Kondogbia. Can we just create something from nothing? That would be really nice, wouldn't it? Just to be able to get that second goal. To win it on the night as well. Ball play down from Onuachu to Barisic. Osifo playing it around the back nicely. But we've lost it, and here we go. I swear to God. Not that I believe in that, but still, if we concede here, I'm not going to be very happy. Here comes Richards down that right-hand side. Ball into Skov. Plays it across. Barco is there. What a save from Livakovic. And it is something that I said in the first leg I don't think Raya would have done. I think that would have been a goal if it were down to our previous goalkeeper. No disrespect to him, of course, but Kondogbia needs to come off. Let's bring on Donny van der Beek. And I do want to make another sub. I just don't know what to say about it, really. Because our players are starting to really flag. Should we bring on some fresh legs on that left-hand side instead of Barisic? We'll bring on Bastoni. And we'll just use that fresh legs to carry the ball forward and to hold it into their final third. I'm actually going to, just quickly, instructions. I'm going to waste time, play some shorter passing as well so we can retain a bit more possession. I think about things. I don't just play it and hope for the best. I do think it through. And game plan has worked again. If it was 0-0 in the first leg, I would have gone, well, not all out, but I would have gone for it there. We would have been playing an attacking midfield player. We would have really gone for it. But I know we can shut up shop and I know we can defend. We've got a very good defence. And the way that we set up is really compact. Teams struggle to break us down. I mean, if you go look at the league table, you'll see that we have one of, if not the best defence in the league. Leeds are through. Monaco are through. Bilbao are through. And of course, we beat Hoffenheim. Be interesting to see whether we have... Stuttgart have beaten Besiktas. So we will face yet another German club in the quarter-final. This time, though, a bit more mind games, really, because we are home first. So I'm probably going to go for it more because I don't trust us to do well away from home. But if you have a look at the league and we have a look at the amount of goals we've conceded this season, we've conceded 17, which is the second best in the league. We're up there with Man United and Liverpool for the best defence in the league, which is really saying something. We don't score anywhere near the amount of goals that other teams do. If you go all the way down to 10th place where Crystal Palace is, that's roughly where we'd actually be 11th in the table for goals scored this season. That's how, I wouldn't say how poor our strike partnership is, because it's not. We're not bad. in front of goal. We do finish our chances. It's just that we don't create anywhere near enough because we are playing a little bit more defensive this season, which isn't particularly very good for fans or you guys for watching the highlights. But in order to get results, that's kind of what I'm having to do. But there we are. We will return. It's going to be another Champions League job. As we're not challenging for the title, I do feel like coming back for any league game is kind of irrelevant while we're still in the Europa League. So even though we do play very important games against Chelsea and Man City and Spurs and Liverpool, I believe the Europa League is very winnable. It is very winnable. So coming back for those games going to be a little bit more important to us. So next episode we will play Stuttgart, I think. I don't know. I don't feel like we should come back for every single European tie, but at the same time, this is our first foray into the Europa League, and we've got as far as the quarterfinal, so I do feel like we need to come back for it. So you'll see how we got on against Stoke and Chelsea, but until then, we're into the quarterfinals of the Europa League. We are currently third in the Premier League, which is pretty damn impressive if you ask me. Even if we beat Stoke, let's just assume we're going to. Not that there's any guarantee in football, but let's just assume we do. If we then lose to Chelsea, we will only be behind them on goal difference, which is still quite, it's a positive to take away from things. We just need to hope that we don't lose to Chelsea and we can maybe just take a point off them. If we can just get draws against the big teams and beat all the lower league sides, we'll be fine. We'll finish fourth. I've got no doubt in my mind. That's going to do it for today, though. If you have enjoyed that, I know I did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and until the next time, goodbye.